Alright guys, so today we're going to take a look at Sunstone Volume 1 and Volume 2, and these are the Deluxe Editions, so Book 1 and 2. These are brand new. They re-released these with new covers. I really personally enjoy these new covers, so we're going to take a look. I have not opened them yet, so we're going to open them together. I have already read these in regular paperback, so I'm really excited to reread these. But I'm picking these two because this is the entire story of basically the two main characters. There's more Sunstone after, but these two deluxe really capture this story, this unique story, in all in one. So we're going to take a look at both of them and kind of just see what it's all about, and I'm going to get into the review right now. If you've been on my channel a while, you know this comic pretty well. It's been on multiple lists for me, and it's one of the best comics of all time as well. As I said before, we're looking at the deluxe editions, and you want to grab these now because they're going to be pretty hot, no pun intended, and probably won't be out too long before they're sold out completely. So what we see here are some beautiful art covers, as you can see, and some like the original deluxe editions because there's more minimal art, but for me, these work. I love the artist here, and he just does a great job showcasing it. The hardcovers just aren't beautiful art. They actually built really well, as you can look. The spine looks great, and the backs are beautiful too. This book is beautiful altogether, but we'll get more into the art later. Now, as we flip into the story, we're really going to get to know these characters. Allie and Lisa are the two women who meet online and find out they're both into BDSM. It starts off more of a casual fling online and eventually wanting to meet up and do something about it, and that they do, but not before both are being extremely scared shitless to even do that, and finally just laughing it out when they do actually meet. We then eventually get to see them hook up, and while those scenes are great, it's really the funny down-to-earth moment of them just being regular people that is really going to make you connect right off the bat. The story spans between these two massive deluxe editions, as I said, in the best way possible. It's not overdramatic, it's not fake relationship problems, everything feels real. Just two people who begin to actually fall madly in love with each other, learning what makes each other happy. The first arc in particular is kind of like a setting stage for these two, and they find out a lot about each other. And then the first deluxe edition covers the first real 3 major volumes of the series and gives us a big, deep look into the BDSM lifestyle. And it's respectable, and it's done in a mature way. It's refreshing, to say the least, because they could have just sold this as basically a porn story, but they don't. It's just that there's nudity in it. Volume 2 covers a lot more of the relationship issues that normally happen when things get serious. You know, the doubts, the confusion, looking into the past and making you worried about your current relationship. Anybody that's in a relationship or was in a relationship can probably relate to these two characters in some way. And while the BDSM is still a selling factor to this series, I think Volume 2 especially really does a deep dive into the past of these characters and how they ended up where they are and how they ended up really falling in love with each other, as well as exploring their fetishes and also introducing new characters in an actually really interesting way that set up the next series. But all in all, it really captures the story, the setting, and the characters really well in Volume 2. And that's why I'm really reviewing both volumes, because this is like the first complete major story. If you get these 2 volumes, you'll be pretty satisfied stopping here. And even though we have volumes 6 and 7 out in trade paperback, and I can't wait, and hopefully they are collected in deluxe, this is the story of Allie and Lisa, the 2 major characters. But Sunstone continues past this. No deluxe yet, but hopefully one day, and the story is about different characters, and it's still amazing. But like I said, these 2 deluxe feel complete where they end, and that's why you should pick up both right away. I really can't recommend this series enough. It's mature without a doubt, but both in its written maturity and also its sexuality. It's grown characters actually dealing with grown-up issues. The stellar dialogue is great 95% of the time. Art is just stunning, as you can see. I just can't sell the art enough here. And I know I didn't talk much about the art, but it speaks for itself as I'm flipping through this. And the best part is it's written and drawn by Sejic. I always say his name wrong. I am so sorry, man. But I cannot compliment it enough. Honestly, I think the art is some of the best art out right now overall in any comics. So anyway, without saying much more, these deluxe are a treat, both very much worth owning, and I'm going to give these 2 together a 5 out of 5. Must buy.